streaming. There we go. So it should be coming up.
Well, Gen Con TV is on right now. They only have 13 viewers.
This is what I mean. Like even Gen Con polls 13 people.
Wow.
Like
that's wild. How few that is. That's yeah.
It's fine.
I know for me, a lot of times it's like seeing these videos way after the fact, like when I discover some game that I didn't know about and then go looking for people playing it. That's when I wind up finding stuff like typically on YouTube or on a podcast somewhere. So I don't know, maybe we'll have people who are interested in Mecha Hack and Mothership and stuff with coming later on to check these out.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm being like completely honest with myself, and this is hard for me to do, like I do want like a big stream at some point. Like I would love to actually like turn into something.
Be cool.
It would be cool.
And
so yeah, subscribers.
I'm telling myself we're just putting down the 4 people to be like, I'm gonna go back and look at, you know, all the stuff.
Yeah.
Just doing
putting in the work.
Yeah.
You want our subscribers because like these streamers that have like thousands of subscribers, usually there's only like 5 or 6 people watching their streams.
Yeah.
When they're live.
Yeah, and the other thing is I also so far I enjoy using YouTube. Bothering to stream live. So far streaming live is just like a kind of a headache, I'll be honest. A lot to like manage. It's just you know, as opposed to just hitting the record. Just putting in the back. How's that look? Like shit?
Oh, that looks good. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's like good shit. Looks like good shit.
Looks like good shit. All right.
We got 2 viewers. It's probably both of us.
Yeah.
I think one of them's me. Yeah.
Yeah. I just joined, so I might get up to 3.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm.
Oh, we got 5. Wait a minute. Okay.
Now we're all in here. Cool. We're watching ourselves watch ourselves play a game. That's not weird.
Wow.
Start yelling at ourselves. See something funny, damn it.
And I can compare ourselves too.
Yep.
I got my I got my music going.
Watching ourselves.
But it shouldn't be in the stream because I'm definitely playing like my own stuff. Should not be streamed. Okay. Let's kick it off, huh? Let's do it. Mecha Hack.
Yeah.
The campaign, like a month in the making? A month in the wings? So, just to recap a brief synopsis of what's happening in this universe so far. Earth was invaded by an alien force, and rather than attempt a futile defense, the governments of Earth slowly, one by one, conceded themselves over to alien occupation. And now the uppercase O, occupation, rules the world. And what's remaining of the Earth governments is spending its time telling everybody that it's not so bad, right? There's a lot of like North Korean levels of propaganda in the media and et cetera, telling you why we should all be thankful for our new alien overlords. But that has left room for the Resistance, capital R, our other faction. And you guys comprise well, it's hard to say just how big the Resistance is. It's nebulous. It's disjointed pockets of Resistance fighters, right? But
individual cells don't know about each other, etc. Operational security.
Yeah, and there's not. Well, I mean, there's also not so much of an internet anymore. So it's hard to communicate scale when you have the resources.
Or probably satellites.
Yeah, exactly. Now, each of you, though, I do imagine has some sort of experience in the field. No one's a stranger to combat and violence, to whatever degree that is. However, any sort of like long-standing physical resistance of the occupation is long since gone. Now it's just trying to like not lose so much. Does that make sense? So we'll cut forward to the present day, where how many do I have? 5 of you are surviving day to day in a sort of like a former military base in the hills of North America, be somewhere on the West Coast, Northwest Coast, so maybe somewhere out of like Washington State, former Washington State. Yeah, and like I'm picturing like shacks out of like crumpled metal. What's the term? Like not tinfoil, sheet
Yeah,
metal.
corrugated check.
Yeah, and other slapped together supplies. Where on this morning, your commander, who refers to himself only as commander, because I can't be bothered to random name generate right now, has sort of made the signal of there'll be an operation this morning, and each of you are at this point are used to commander sort of like seemingly like randomly saying like, okay, this morning there'll be a mission, like zero preparation or warning on your end, but for like plausible deniability, he's only had other people in the on the back end putting together missions, so it's not like a big surprise that like, oh, this morning there'll be a mission. So the briefing will be held in a cave that's been hollowed out and sort of like I like it's full of like computer consoles and like big thick cords like leading to like solar power generators and diesel generators and all that stuff. But all this apparatus, this resistance apparatus, is dug deep into a cave to keep it hidden. So, describe your characters coming in for the mission briefing as they file in roughly ahead of schedule. 5 minutes before. Feel free to take all the liberties you want with what life on resistance base is like. Does anyone want to go first? Anyone think that they'd be ahead of schedule? Show up early. All right, take it away.
So yeah, Boy Scout would be ahead of schedule. So Boy Scout is a male between the ages of 19 and 21. He's hiding under a big black hood of like synthetic material and has like sunglasses, but I actually lost my sunglasses, so I'm gonna forget about that. And he has like a metal plate on his temple that goes all the way to like scar tissue on his forehead. He got there very early and he's hiding in a corner, waiting for other people to show up. It's a person that none of you have seen before, although you have been told to expect an addition to your team. And he's also very new on the base, as in at some point, a few days before he got out of the med bay, and was very clumsy and has been basically around in the last few days trying to get accustomed to the place, not really talking to anyone. Seems like kind of a strange fellow, but there will be worse. There will be more.
Okay.
Prophet comes in. Prophet's been on base probably for about 8 months. He's been on multiple missions. After the last mission, he's just been recently discharged from the med bay. The last mission went really, really sideways, and he's got a concussive amnesia from it, and doesn't really remember much about the operation. other than it went bad, and he ended up, waking up in the mid-bay. But other than that, generally speaking, he's known to be a little flamboyant. He's definitely an aggressive fighter pilot type. Likes to get in close and unload a lot of missiles everywhere.
Missiles are a close range weapon. and now he's
yeah,
got a
they
concussion.
are.
Okay. Right.
Oh yeah, they are. Well, plus with the thing to add more, to take 2 points of armor damage, or to take 2 off your armor to add more to your damage, like that totally makes sense for him, because he's just like missile.
Right.
Where's all my armor?
Yeah, you don't need armor
I don't
if
understand.
if they're all dead, right?
If everybody's dead, you don't need armor. That's exactly right. So,
Right.
but he's mid-20s, reasonably good looking, blonde hair, blue eyes, Team America.
Nice. Probably sauntering in after that, still chewing some combination of a protein powder ration and coffee powder mix, and with slurping it down with one hand and kind of working on a dumbbell with the other is Jim Cannon. And he kind of comes in.
Okay.
Yeah. Just he's in the military fatigues, the sleeves are all the way rolled up. Like he is kind of a hulking presence in this cave. But he's all smiles. Prophet, hey, remember me? And then kind of like looking around, who's this guy? Looking over at the Boy Scout.
It's a new kid.
All right. Well,
New
see
kid.
what you got.
Have you met Cannon?
Jim Cannon.
Jim Cannon.
Hi, I'm Boy Scout.
Yeah, crushing handshake.
And that crushing handshake is extremely efficient at crushing the bone of that very feeble person. Actually, you kind of feel like you are touching the atrophied tissue like a coma patient. Like, feels really shitty. Like you're looking at a guy, he's pale. If you blow too hard, he's probably gonna fall down.
Oh God.
Are you done?
Yeah,
Can
kind
I
of like
have my
disengage.
Can I have my hand back?
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Since it's canon that mouth and toast will be last, Kiki will roll in next. You'll smell her before you see her. You smell like last night's bourbon wafting into the room, and she's wearing last night's clothes. You would all know that she's mute, so she doesn't really speak and just kind of like nods. And she's got her backpack, her power. I guess it's a power pack, but it also talks for her sometimes. But like I said, if it talks, it uses up a charge, so she doesn't use it very often. But it's usually the one that greets you, and it's like, "Salutations, gentlemen." And she just kind of just saunters over and sits down. I'm not going to get into her tragic backstory, but she usually wanders in smelling like booze and a little disgruntled every morning.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Cool. I'm taking a folder and moving it so I can't see the dog, because like I will not stop laughing at that dog for like the next 2.5 hours. Like I can't look at it. Okay, there we go. I'm good now. Oh, it's so good. Okay, yeah. So inevitably, the last one, Hibiki, comes running in. She's got the classic slice of toast in the mouth. If you look closely, you'll notice that it's receding a little bit. Like she's slowly managing to eat it somehow as it's in there. She's got her uniform's mostly correct, but a little disheveled. Like one of the epaulets is upside down. One of her boots is laced properly, and the other one's not quite laced up. In one hand, she's got a thermos of coffee with no lid on it. So as she's running, there's like coffee kind of sloshing out of it. In the other hand, she has the technical manual for her mech, you know, just kind of open in front of her, and her brows are furrowed, and she's got her eyes exclusively. She's like navigating by like muscle memory, I guess, or something toward where you guys are. And her eyes are just fixed, you know, on this manual as she's, if you were able to see over your shoulder, you would see that she was reading like the most basic shit that all of y'all have known how to do for years. And she's just, it's like how to arm the missiles, or, you know, how to like switch it off, you know, or something like that.
Right.
She's like,
how to disengage the weapon lock.
yes, yeah. And yeah, so she kind of like, you know, rumbles up next to you guys, and is sort of like stops moving, but continues kind of like subtly jogging in place, and continues to, you know, kind of like consume this toast without touching it and read this manual. She's pretty oblivious to everyone still at this point.
I would like to, because I know you made a point in your sheet of having her with no confirmed kills. So I think that it would be hilarious if we all like did a D10 worth of confirmed kills or a D20 worth of confirmed kills, to sort of balance that. Like, did you get a kill yet, girl? What's going on?
When you speak to her, she startles like really hard. She stops running. She throws the manual without meaning to and drops the coffee, and kind of like looks at you with the deer in the headlights look for a second, and then sees who it is and goes, "Oh, not well. I hit one last time. You saw that, right? But they didn't. It didn't go down or anything."
At this
Every
point,
time.
Commander steps in, where he was setting up a presentation on the vid screen, the AR projected, you know, thing on the cave wall, and he picks up your dropped manual and brushes some dirt off, and with a sigh that only like a father could have, a sigh that like digs into like the infinite well of patience for for, you know, what's left for his specialist team. He hands back the manual and says, "Just remember, simulated kills don't count either. I don't care how high your scores get in the VR."
Hibiki quietly turns to Prophet and goes, "You can get kills in those in the VR."
You can. You gotta turn the weapon lock off, though.
Do you know how to do that?
I'll show you next time.
Okay,
I did a D20 and I got 9 confirmed kills.
9 kills, all right.
7, 8.
8?
6.
Damn. All right.
No, actually, I got 35.
I feel like
My
Jim Cannon should
D20
get
was
to roll.
really big.
35.
35.
That's a
Yeah,
that's a
my
big
D20
D20.
was just my D20. No end. No, I got 8.
I do feel like Jim Cannon should get to roll like a percentile die or something like that.
Let's see. Yeah, Jim Cannon.
The
It's
happy,
not,
the happy
you know,
killer.
respectable 23.
Advantage on D20. 23. Holy shit.
So
But yeah, he's looking at the new guy in like a whole new light, like trying to like
like
figure it
8.
out.
Yeah. No. That's, I mean, Prophet's like shit. I mean, kid's got skills.
now the commander speaks. He says, "Now, you guys, you all are very proud of your kill counts, and I'm sure you'd like to put some more notches on them. Good news, this morning I think we have the means to get you guys back in the pilot seats."
Hoorah.
He sort of like leans in closer to each of you for like he's almost afraid to say it out loud or it might not come true. We have a lead on new Mecha. In fact, this would represent the first time we've been able to field Mecha against the occupation in about 2 years now. I hope you guys remember how to pilot these things.
Practicing.
He gestures at the cave wall and like hits like a button on his like wrist computer thing to control it, and this 3D holographic projection of the Pacific Ocean springs to life against the cave wall, and the view sort of like drills down into deep ocean. Our sensor probes have detected occupation-made cave dwellings deep in this trench, and we have reason to believe, using this cave network to house a top secret research facility. There are hangar doors on the outside of this cave network large enough to suggest none other than the Titania, commandeered years ago, has actually been moving. So any veterans would know that the Titania was supposed to be like mankind's best chance at like fighting back the alien occupation, but never actually got off the ground before everybody sort of folded their cards. Kids might not know this. You guys decide.
Cannon, you were probably on the Titania, weren't you?
Stops pumping iron just for a minute and be like, you know, probably was. Yeah. They let me reload the cartridges back then.
You sound just like my granddad, who would tell the most bullshit story about World War II when he was in the merchant navy, and he got kicked out of the boat after like a year. So
awesome. That sounds like a story. Here's the steps of the mission, everybody. Step 1, infiltrate the research base. Step 2, locate the Titania and any other valuable armament or ordnance that might be in that base. Liberate it. Step 3, bring it up to the surface, where we'll reconvene in the air. We're gassing up the helicopters now as we speak. Any questions?
I have been made aware. I've been made aware that there is a scout type frame in aboard the Titania called the Iron Horse. Has your intel been conclusive in the same direction?
We haven't been able to find out quite that level of detail about what's down there. But if that mecha is anywhere, it'll be here. It's either here or in a scrapyard somewhere.
Are we able to access any of the prototype build schematics or anything on the Titania?
Absolutely. And he like gestures at the AR wall and it pulls up all the schematics of the Titania, spring up to the wall. What would you like to know?
So see there okay, so Mech Bay, most likely. Okay, cool. So Roy will download that to his
Minority Report style, like grab it and
yeah. It's like
yep. For what you found out though, the Titania had in its final form had like room for like a dozen mecha, and like launch pods for.
Okay.
Nice. Time to get some mecha muscle.
That's right.
Now, last time I checked, none of you had gills, and at this point, he actually like reaches, to like tickle Kiki like behind the ear, like where the gills might be. We've got a way around that as well. Follow me. It leads the way out of the cave, without looking back, expecting you guys to follow.
I don't know if I want gills, but want a mech, so.
Then you're like this. Come along. And he takes you out of the cave and towards like the perimeter of the base area where there's like this like former like park concrete and like timber stair like it's like a bunch of switchbacks all the way down like the cliff side of the park that you're occupying. Leads down to the ocean front. And he only pauses for a moment to like look down at his like shine shoes. And it's like a wonder, like, where does he get shoe shine like out here? But he keeps a clean uniform. And then he steps out onto the wet sand and leads the way towards what you think is like this large boulder on the beach. He reaches around like beside the boulder, and you can hear him like hit a switch to deactivate the holographic camouflage, and the boulder like flashes before like dematerializes the holographic decoy and reveals a submersible vehicle.
Oh, where'd you find that? That's in really good shape.
He gives
It's
you
probably
like
not even leaking, is it?
He gives you like a sort of incredulous look at that question. Of course, you know where we got it from, Prophet. She seats 5. Back in the war, she was known as Avenger Vagrant, a submersible specialist, scout frame.
Oh, yeah, I know how to pilot one of those.
Should hope so. Modules are, and he reaches or like to like open up the bay, and like the submarine like powers up, and like the side doors like open up, revealing the insides of this mecha. Module, she's equipped with a static cloud and a veriform frame. She's currently in her submersible form. Avenger Vagrant.
He has a grin and the dog pipes up. Pardon me, sir. Did you say the name was Avage?
Avenger Vagrants. The joke is lost on him.
Yes, everybody pile into the badge. Let's go.
Into the badge. All right, guys, we're getting into our first mecha. The rusty veteran Avenger Vagrant, submersible scout class. It's a level 3 scout. You guys got the stats there. However, if you look up the Mecha Cruise rules in Mecha Hack, you guys each get to add your pilot bonuses to its stats. Let's do some housework as you guys file in and suit up.
Okay, so my pilot bonus is +1 mobility and +2 to systems, and I suggest to keep the tally. So yeah, basically, do you each want to do like basically? I'm gonna call all of you to tell me your bonus.
Cool.
Prophet, what's your bonus?
+1 power, +2 mobility.
All good. Kiki, what's your bonus?
Which bonus are we looking at? The mecha
Your
pilot?
pilot bonus.
When you pick your pilot.
But which pilot? There's the mecha pilot and the space.
No. The like the commander, the engineer, the maverick.
Basically, it's on your mecha sheet, and it's not basically your mecha sheet is the frame and the pilot.
Yep.
Yep, you picked a type
of
pilot.
Go with the pilot.
Is it the special, or which one are we?
You're
not a special quite now, just the ability bonus.
You're a maverick also, right?
Yeah, I think it was like +2
mobility, +1 power.
Power, yeah. It's the same as Prophet.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So mobile is shit.
Yeah, mobile is and powerful. Cannon.
Habiki is also.
Also a maverick. Yeah, we got a lot of mavericks.
So three mavericks, and then I have a command archetype, so 2 power and 1 presence.
Yeah, but just to stay in canon, it was the dog that answered you, not Kiki.
And I thought Kiki was the dog.
Dr. Pepper.
Ian, I forgot the name of your character, but I think it's EB something.
Yeah, Hibiki. It's like
Hibiki. So Hibiki.
H-I-K-I. Yeah.
You're also 1 power to mobility.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That brings us to 22 power, 20 mobility, 15 systems, and 15 presence, which is absolutely ridiculous.
I heard 22, 20, 15, 15.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Holy,
And I made a typo. I said,
holy moly. Okay. And then modules, I said you see static cloud, and it has it converts into a submarine shape, which it's currently in.
Mm.
See its equipment there. Mecha crew rules. So when a mecha with multiple pilots gets the attribute bonuses of each pilot and access to the abilities of each pilot. Mecha takes 1 action plus 1 action for every pilot on board. So this thing is taking 6 actions per turn. But
Holy
you're
shit.
still limited to rolling the reactor die when taking the same action twice. Right?
Okay.
And then you guys will work together and use the best stats if it's relevant for whatever role is called for.
Nice.
So all this out of character chat represents you guys like filing into this submarine mecha and like slotting into each of the 5 controlled consoles. And this ancient thing slowly roaring to life.
There's something slightly upsetting about Boy Scout is that he doesn't use any control. Actually, he just like went under any form of manual control, pulled out a wire, just like cut it with a pair of pincers, and like duct taped it to the plate on his temple. And he looks like he's almost dead on his seat, like.
Oh shit! What?
Hey, Commander. Is this normal? Is this okay?
It's not normal, but we're not really we don't really have the mobility to argue with playing safe anymore. We're in a desperate position.
His brain is connected to this thing. Like,
And
directly.
Why not?
on your readout, you see yes.
Oh.
So you can hear me.
Yes. Again.
Okay.
So Hibiki screams.
It's a little.
She's like,
it's a little weird.
Do you require medical assistance?
And then again on the readout, you see yes.
What's happening to the geek?
Do you have any shaving cream?
And then on the readout is like, don't even try it.
Perhaps a warm
No reason.
cup of
No
water.
reason. No reason. It's fine. Toothpaste, even. I don't care. Anything. What do you got? Nothing.
He looks like he shaved already.
It's funny.
She
Got
doesn't
some
get it.
leftover
I don't know where you trained.
proteins. I don't know. Yeah.
With you guys. You were there.
That doesn't sound right.
Anyway, let's fly this boat.
Let's go. So we have the coordinates of the underwater range,
Yes.
and we have
Good.
access to the ship. We're all set, and we're all slotted in and ready to go. Almost without even thinking. Yeah, Roy plots in a course for the coordinates to the trench, and just kind of. We're good to go? Let's go.
All right, and with that, Avenger Vagrant converts back into its bipedal form around you guys, and you have like each like a view out. Like I'm picturing like maybe out of like the shoulders, like it's just like a bunch of windows where you guys are all like now seated next to each other, looking out. And and then you each have a front row view as it starts taking off in full confident strides. All the rust and like barnacles and salt water cracking and breaking off of this thing, and it leaps into the water.
And it's not leaking.
Not badly.
I'll take it. All right.
There's like a
we just got to remember to dump the pump every 30 minutes.
Yeah. There's just like an annoying like drip, like right above your console.
Right on Boy Scouts
Yeah.
napping head.
Yeah. And yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say Jim will break out into a kind of like terribly corny like sailor song. Cracking
Shanty, yeah.
undone to the bottom of the
Shanty.
sea.
Just gonna spit out the water.
My Titan. He's just making it up.
Damn, I thought you were in the Marines, not the Navy. What do you?
Air Force. Yeah.
Oh,
Definitely.
Air Force. Okay, all right,
Yeah.
all right. Well, that's
Titan prototype.
takes all kinds. I guess it's fine. Air Force is good. It's fine.
So quite the banter, as otherwise the eerie, quiet ocean sort of closes in around you. And as Avenger Vagrant starts diving down further and further down, and like the like shoulder lights come on to like illuminate the area. The headlights come on, and it immediately like shows up like a fish that doesn't belong on Earth. You see like an alien creature in the water, some sort of freakish mutation that's become more and more commonplace as the occupation has like rooted deeper into like stronger onto the Earth. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Down you go.
I'm curious. I think Boy Scout would like to run a systems test to see if there is like scout the environment and see if there is any like potential enemy presence that could see us, because I think that
Yeah. Well, if that
while I'm getting shaving cream poured on my face, that's probably what I would like try to do.
All right.
if there's a weird alien creature in the water, then we should probably activate the cloaking field.
There's also I just copied the underwater rules for Mecha Hack as well. For you guys to.
Oh boy.
Sweet.
I didn't read the underwater rules. Thanks.
You wouldn't think to, all right, like right off the bat. Huh?
I know. Right. I would not think to. But
Yeah.
terror from the deep. So
that basically that roll so we would roll at disadvantage.
In the darkness of the deep,
-1.
visibility and sensors are reduced by 1 range band. And beyond that, system tests are made to scan, search, and detect have disadvantage.
Okay, yeah. So that would be basically a disadvantage stance again, 15. The roll is 15, the roll is 19, which is a fail.
The scanners are still coming online after years of neglect, still like debugging and all that. Complete scan. You do see the topography of the ocean floor and stuff like that fan out around you in like lines of red. Is that like it's all scanned in red, so you can at least see what it looks like around you, and you see like glitches in the water that you think must be like fish or something like that. Avenger Vagrant has now reached the bottom of this layer of the ocean. Kicks up a big cloud of like ocean soot. Starts confidently marching towards that trench line, as you guys had programmed it to do. Yeah. Boy Scouts controls are like moving of their own accord in this console. He's not touching them, but like and stuff is like
there's a little bit of drool going down.
All right, if there's nothing else to be done, Avenger Vagrant jumps off this underwater cliff edge and starts sinking down into the trenches to find that one of those cave entrances that Commander alluded to.
And Jim will hand out bubble gum to everyone. Here, to this.
As the pressure starts
Give it
building
pressure.
in your ears, yeah.
it'll help. Yeah, it'll help with
Yeah.
the pressure. Smart.
That's what they taught me in the Special Forces.
Yeah, I'm curious, how do you give it to Boy Scout? Do you just like drop it in his open mouth?
Give him some pre-chew.
No.
Yeah.
Right. Like royal chew. I'll chew one up and then just.
Ugh.
Minor detail, Hibiki just eats hers. Like she just.
It's like
Like a
I don't feel
Starburst,
any
like
different.
you chew it and then at some point.
all the hazing.
All right. Down and down you go. So far unbothered, undisturbed. And now you start seeing like honeycomb pockets in the side of the trench. Finding a cave is not the problem here. It's finding the right cave. How do you guys address that?
Well, we take the information that we have from Commander and try to overlay that on the scan results that we run once we get to the bottom.
Okay. I'll let that data packet that you're driving negate the disadvantage for your system check.
Okay.
The dog asks, "Do we have sonar perchance?"
Yep.
Okay, so I rolled a natural 20, which is bad.
That's very
But
bad.
as a maverick, I believe I get something. No, because that is a.
Nope.
I thought I had something that if I rolled a 20, I actually got to roll again. What is that? Oh no, that's my mech that I don't have. That's the strike.
Module?
Adaptable robotics. When you roll a 20 on a test, you can choose to re-roll it, but that's the feature of the striker. So no, 20's bad. Overlaying, I don't. Yeah, I can't. I don't understand.
Sure.
No, that's wrong. No,
Yep.
that's wrong. Like
So just as Prophet
Damn it.
starts, oh, this is the right one, and you start like pushing into a cave. The only warning you get is like the muffled through water sound of depth charges triggering their proximity alarm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Dodge.
Test your mobility.
We have 22.
Yeah. Oh. So what happens when
we're
you
good as long as we don't roll a natural 20.
I guess,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's an 18.
Nice.
Or if we have this, basically, there's probably reasons that mobility could be lower, but we rolled 18.
Okay, so
versus-
does anyone know if there's like a limit to like how much of a score you can accrue in Black Hack and like what to do when you max it out?
It's a good question.
I don't know.
Are we all piloting the mech, or is it just like one
Yes.
person?
Yep, and I'm looking
Yeah.
for you guys to like take turns.
Okay. Yeah, I thought maybe
it's it's like a power of friendship thing, like in
like I'm in the
Pacific.
arm and someone's in the leg, or
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But this
Yeah,
one
you
doesn't.
just
This
you
mech
just
does
folded,
not come
you
apart.
just
to
folded
be
me
clear.
in half and tucked me in the trunk.
Yeah. But this mech does not come apart. Just to be totally clear with you guys.
oh,
Not on
'cause I was in the
purpose.
butt.
All right. You're in the butt.
Yeah,
You're in the butt now.
the butt comes off.
Well, so
No, I don't see anything in Black Hack about
without,
having max stats.
Yeah,
So
without-
just don't roll a 1.
right, without anything else, basically the limit would be 20 because the natural 20 still fails.
Awesome. So you're able to like jump back and float through the water as the depth charge blows up, and there's like this pocket of explosion before the water like swallows up around it. And there's the cave, the new cave entrance, right there. Find your way, but with all the falling debris, and such, you'll have to squeeze your way through. Which called for another test of mobility. You know.
I'm gonna roll it.
All right.
It's a 20. We failed that.
Oh,
For real?
Christ.
Nice.
Well, you guys haven't
Nice.
piloted
5%
a Mecha
chance.
for a long time.
It's this is old. It's rusty. It's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
inputs aren't. I mean, there should be a neural interface that just isn't. I mean, this is
All right.
bullshit.
As you're squeezing through the cave, you look between some of like the cracks caused by the death charge, as Avenger Vagrant is like assessing like what's past this thing. Living plant root snares out and wraps around like the torso. Your mecha starts squeezing down.
Got some seaweed.
Yeah,
Ah.
killer
No.
seaweed. Test your power.
Killer seaweed.
All right, I'll roll the
Bruce.
power.
Alright.
Okay, so,
Yeah, that makes sense for Jim.
yeah.
10. That's under, I think.
Yeah, you Jim routes extra power to like strength in the body, and you rip, it twists and breaks away from the clutching plant life, and you fall down into caves proper. You start navigating through this tight cave tunnel. It's like some point, Vagrant has to like get down, like start actually like crawling through it. You know, it gets narrow until you can feel the chassis like scraping against rock, and you're starting to wonder. There's proximity alarms going off like crazy. You're starting to wonder if it'll actually fit through, and then it stops. It opens up into an enormous like pocket, underground cavern.
Found
We're
it, boys.
still fully underwater, right?
Mhm.
I would imagine. Okay.
And this open space
So-
is, you can see in the distance, is patrolled by, you see one cyclone drone distance.
Ooh.
Submersible automated defense drone is moving on like a programmed patrol pattern in the far distance, because you can't see far, but in the middle distance.
So you all get a prompt on your readout that says cloak with a question mark.
Yeah, cloak.
I'm with the geek.
Yep.
So I'm gonna engage the. I'm gonna
Do you guys have
engage the clothing device. Well, the scout frame has a cloaking device embedded in it, but it needs to. You need to basically make a reactor roll after.
Okay.
Okay. I did not know that.
So the roll is a d6, isn't it?
For
And
this
it's 4.
Yep.
Reactor is a
platform.
D6. Yep.
Cloak
Yeah,
engaged.
so it's a 4.
Awesome. You
And
managed
we
to-
are now hidden.
managed to
And
slip
we have
past the-
so
Go ahead.
if we so we cloak and we're watching it go on its sentry route. I guess we would probably want to watch it for a couple of passes, make sure that it's really on a loop. You know, does it seem like on the sentry loop that it's on that we get a blind spot where we can go forward, or should we try to ambush it? Is kind of
Oh, no,
trying to
absol-
figure out. You know what I mean? Which
Mhm.
which is better?
Absolutely. The programmed route is actually very easy to spoof. Now that you have time to watch it like with impunity as you're cloaked. Yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely. In fact, navigating around it is trivial once you have time to recognize the pattern,
Okay.
thanks to your cloaking field.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So
then,
you get another prompt that says destroy it anyway.
no. On the way out.
He
It's
looks
Habiki-
disappointed
it-
and says,
It's Habiki's
"Aw."
kill, but it's on the way out. It's listen, girl. I'm trying to get you. All right, I got you. You're getting
Okay,
one.
okay.
You're getting one.
She points at the screen, where you can see the drone, and goes, "I'll be back."
I'll be back for you.
Awesome. All right, so you slip past this first drone and then see 2 more drones also on patrol patterns. How long
Can
does
we
does
remain?
this-
Okay, yeah,
I think it's indefinite.
that's the same question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Are there opposed rules for hidden? Because it says we become hidden.
Oh,
So-
okay. So let's see if
Is that like a system check?
yeah, let's call it a system check to slip past even the first drone then, but with advantage because of your cloak, right?
I mean, for them to detect us, probably, right? It's because we're hidden,
But
right?
you
We
you
already
rolled
did
a
that. We
fail in
activated
Black
the
Hack.
cloak.
You rolled a fail in Black Hack.
So I rolled versus 15 with advantage. It's a 6 and a 2, so it's a double success.
Cool. Yeah, you slip past the first drone.
Okay.
And then see there is another 2 pair of drones. And past them you can see there's actually another double pair of drones. There's 5 total in this space. But past that second pair, you can see a large, ominous looking structure floating in the hazy cave water. Absolutely monolithic looking pyramid shaped structure.
Definitely sneak past these guys and kill them on the way out.
Hibiki spots this structure and kind of says to the cabin at large, "What is that?"
That's what we're here for, girl.
Second
That
system test?
Mm,
Systems test again.
Mhm.
Okay.
And it's a 15. It's a 13. Sorry, it's a 13, and that works, I believe.
cool.
You guys can keep talking as you're sneaking past the drones. Conversation inside the cabin of the mecha is fine.
Okay.
Although if
So-
anyone speaks too loudly, I'll shush them because we're underwater and sneak.
Sound travels underwater. Yeah, we should definitely sneak past everything and just, if we need to shoot our way out, we'll shoot our way out. But we don't need to shoot our way in.
And don't forget about the static cloud, which we can use to hide back if we need to shoot our way out. We're in good position even if a fight breaks out.
That's a mod, right? The static cloud. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, basically it's use action, test mobility, 1d4 damage to 2 close enemies, and you be committed. Roll reactor. So it's
Oh,
basically
nice.
it's
Okay.
basically really really good if
Yeah.
we end up in a combat, because we
Yep.
can like attack one and then you do that, be cloaked, attack the other one, and we get the sweet d6 and an advantage on the attack because we're a scout and we're hidden. So yeah,
Right.
scout
Yeah,
is a
that-
pretty
yeah,
cool.
That is.
Yeah,
that is a
the
nice
scout
combo.
it doesn't have any good die, like it's just d6
Right.
all the way down, but it has really cool abilities.
Yeah. No. That's awesome. Okay. So yeah, if we get
So
in,
if we get in trouble, we're
right,
not in that much.
the cloud will definitely help. Yeah. Cool. All right.
And of course, all of that was displayed as a readout, not live.
Right.
One last system check.
Can you hack into the dog and talk through the dog also?
Ooh, that'd be cool.
I don't know that Kiki would want to share Dr. Pepper like
Yeah.
that.
So I'm gonna you're gonna see the answer. I have the right tools. I'm not gonna try.
It's probably fair.
The last systems check was a 14 versus 15, and if I am following the creep, next one is a fail. Because it was a 13 and then a
Right.
14.
Yeah, we got
Tension.
gotta go down
rising.
one
Yeah,
more.
that's lucky. But that's the last patrol group.
Right.
So you do Avenger of Vagrants does like a pirouette almost in the water to like swim backwards towards the monolith and get like a view of the cyclone drones patrolling. See in the dark, slipping between shadows, 2 hunter style submarine vehicles also patrolling that unknowingly you managed to avoid them as well. And they
Wow.
looked armed to bear.
So there's
5 and 2.
7 total.
Mhm.
Yeah. Ooh,
Yep.
fuck.
But you finish your full circle facing the pyramid-shaped monolith. Now without, let's say, conflict. It looks like it's made out of one
So-
solid piece of material.
Is the ziggurat? So Titania is inside the ziggurat.
Yeah, it's
They're
definitely
not the same thing, right?
No,
It's that's a facility, and then the Titania
That's
is
right.
inside the facility.
Yep, and the facility is definitely large enough to house something like the Titania.
Okay.
I have a quick, I think it's quick, out of character question. As far as like, I know in our session 0, we talked about these aliens being something that we've never seen. Are we still operating on that premise? Like, would we have any expectation of seeing aliens or know what they look like, how big they are, anything like that?
Yep, correct. No one's actually seen what any of these aliens look like.
Okay.
Yep.
We've seen these representations, right? These
Yeah, they've seen the
drones,
machines,
droids,
Mhm.
machines, whatever.
Yep, they operate
whether
through
they're
proxy,
remote controlled or
Correct.
there's something inside it, or we're not sure.
Yes.
Okay.
We've never seen a kaiju. I might need to rename my.
Oh no. So the kaiju themselves are proxies.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So autopsies
Yeah.
on kaiju has revealed that they are like remote controlled biological weapons. You know.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Gross. Cool.
This reminds me of a movie I've seen.
Shut up.
Wait, is it Pacific Rim? I still haven't seen it yet. I haven't been.
It's on the rim of
It's
my
exactly
ass.
Pacific
Cool.
Rim.
So right on the rim.
Not exactly.
It's
not exactly.
there's
Some overlap.
It's like
Yeah.
you
On my
use
rim.
the
rim.
take Pacific Rim and then add a layer of plausible deniability, and it's just like legally dissimilar to Pacific Rim, and that is exactly what Matt just did.
So
Cool.
Pacific
Well, no
Rim-
spoilers.
but
I won't
Pacific
know
Rim-
what's going on. Yeah.
Pacific Rim, they just sort of like yeeted the kaiju through like the portal to attack Earth, right?
Spoilers.
And they were not remote. They were biological weapons, but they were
Right.
not remote.
They were
controlled.
remote, but
like-
they were they
But in our campaign,
I'm not going to give any
These really are
spoilers.
spoilers.
but in this campaign, dead kaiju have been like autopsied, and they found like cybernetic implants in their brain material. They are being
They're made out
like
of
literally
tofu.
controlled. So
Okay.
there's aliens with like
Okay.
Xbox controllers controlling kaiju.
Awesome.
they're all 13 years old, and they're
Yeah,
like,
they're-
I fucked your mom last night.
They're like teabagging the mechs.
That's right.
Yep.
So
Okay.
Now
so
the
little
last
Ender's
thing,
Game, little
the-
Pacific Rim.
Yep. So the last thing I want to add is this ziggurat, underwater ziggurat, is absolutely like fitting the style of like the buildings that the occupation is making in city centers. This is the first time I've
Oh.
ever seen one underwater, though. Yeah. So like in
Okay.
the middle of Chicago, they dropped a
Right.
pyramid, and that's where all their like kaiju are coming out of and shit like that.
Okay.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
is very scary. Yeah.
Side note: did anybody watch any Colony?
Not yet. It's on my to do.
Just the trailer. Yeah.
Okay. I just. Oof.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we're pulling that in too. Good. Also, it's burning me that you guys are calling me out on Pacific Rim as like our first mission is dropping into the Pacific Ocean to like.
We're on the rim of the Pacific, doing things. It's nice.
Just finish the mission, please.
So
We gotta go into
so
that.
do
right?
I recognize the ziggurat at this point? Like is this
Yes.
talking to me?
Yep. You, Prophet. You know the door panel is actually hidden on like the east corner. You know,
Okay.
there's like little portals for.
Right. There's a little
Mm.
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So we'll go over there and wait for the patrol pattern. And then,
Yeah. So Prophet takes control of Avenger Vagrant for a second and definitely pilots it around the perimeter of the ziggurat to like a specific spot where you see almost looking like it's etched into the side of the pyramid is like a frame for like a doorway or a hatchway to open. Humanoid sized. Avenger will not fit inside of here. You're gonna have to park your ride.
Boy Scout.
Yeah, and pulls the wire out. I'm good. Take the
Good?
piece of chewing gum out of my mouth. Who put that in there?
Oh, but wait, when you woke up, you shaving cream.
Nobody had. Yeah, assholes. I'm overwhelmed. There's so many sensors of these things. Ugh.
We gotta walk from here.
How do I use those?
Do we need scuba suits or anything? Is it?
That's how they. Okay, that's how they work.
There's, I mean, if we're stealing from all the media that we love, Phantom Menace style, like breather things.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and
Cool.
wetsuits.
Nice.
Awesome. Let's go for this one.
So because we have the cloaking field active on the sub, so we're gonna leave it cloaked. We're gonna swim out with those are cool in Phantom Menace. Little breather technology.
Besides, why would they have them? They're outer space Jedi on like a diplomacy mission to another spaceship, and they're like, "I'll just bring my scuba
They're
suit."
prepared. They're
never know when you
prepared
might
for
need it, yeah.
anything, any eventuality, man.
Was in the
They're
script.
just ready.
It was in the script.
Yeah.
Lucas was like, they pull out a fucking scuba thing and put it in their mouth. Okay.
Yeah,
It's
and
got to fit. It's got to fit in their butt.
for the first time of many times, everyone was too afraid to ask him a question about why. Okay, they got scuba suits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Yes, so Avenger Vagrant is cloaked, floating in the water around the ziggurat, and you guys bust open the locker for your like wetsuits and breathers and stuff like that.
Is there any remote control that we can do to this once we leave it?
Let's see what I can
think.
do.
Yeah, rudimentary, I think.
I'm equipped in that matter, but it's basically it's not gonna be easy. Like I have electronic work tools and I have like hacking tools as well. And I even have my handheld computer device, but there's no telling how deep will be the control level.
Yeah.
I mean, I can ensure something minimal, but I can't promise anything big. So out of character language, I have all those tools. I could make a roll, but I figured that my potential is going to be limited.
Can we try to set up at least a emergency signal that somebody has a handheld communicator, right?
Yeah.
They transmit a signal to the VAG, and then it locks onto that signal and comes to us.
I'll take it even a step further. I'm okay with your mecha doing anything within like eye line. Like as long as you can see it, you can remote control it.
Okay.
But it's gonna make everything rolled at disadvantage.
Okay.
Unless maybe that's a module or something, like a remote control module. Sounds like a good one.
It does sound
I'm gonna shine my neural link.
like
got it covered.
All right, let's go see what's in this thing.
Yeah.
All right. So you open up the hatch on Avenger Vagrant and jump into the icy cold ocean. Swim to the ziggurats and approach that doorway. Maybe it's dawning on everyone that here to no one ever asked anything about like, hey, you got keys to get in or something like that.
Roy's like,
and the door slides open.
Hey.
That was cool. You've done this before?
once or twice.
All right, and in you swim. into the dry dock area of this ziggurats, where there are a dozen humanoid shapes standing around. When you guys come up and like lift up your goggles and like get a good look at them from your like what's it called, like a moon pool? Is that what you call it in like a ship where you like
Yeah.
come up
Yep.
through one of those, and you first like oh shit, we're surrounded, and then you see all these humans in like they're dressed in like lab coats, but the lab coats are like weirdly like bulky in some spots, and they're all like hunched over. They're also all standing completely still, statues still, standing around the area.
Whoa.
In
That's not good.
on the overhead system on the PA, you can hear a like a clicking sound, almost like a dolphin click kind of thing, but it's rhythmic and it repeats.
Yeah, that's not a good look.
Yeah.
I think
record that?
I like to use so those are they like those people? Are they moving? Do they look like they're people, like they're alive?
Yeah, they look like people, but again,
But do they look like they're alive or do?
Yep, they're alive.
Okay.
They're just standing
Yeah, that doesn't look like, they don't look like they're waiting for us. So I would like to use an ability my character has, which is my one of my side power, the theta wave power, that can allow me to put to sleep 3d6 hit die of creatures.
Nice.
Cool.
Sure.
So I'd like to see if I can lull them to sleep so they don't see us coming. I'm gonna roll my 3d6, and it's a total of 6 hit die. And basically, there's a swarm of like very, very little robots that seem to come out of the clothes of Boy Scout and just like scatter around the room, and they like basically whirl around those people and try to like obfuscate their senses in hypnotic patterns. And Matt will tell us what's the level of success of that.
Yeah, with that, 6 of them go down. They just like slump down to the floor, looking disabled. Still like alive and breathing, but comatose. The other 6 standing around don't react.
Okay. I've put half of them to sleep.
Yeah. So is there a like a pattern that we could from the moon to get out of the water?
The others are not even reacting, which is very strange because they like normally they would probably notice that I've put the other half to sleep. I don't know that they actually have regular senses.
Yeah, no, this is creepy as fuck. What is let's get out of here before they see us.
At this
We
point,
just got in.
At this point, the rhythmic clicking overhead, again, it sounds like dolphin sonar clicks or something like that, changes. The rhythm changes up, the tempo speeds up or something like that. And one of the 6 remaining figures like jerks awake and then starts like shuffling towards one of the control consoles. And then you see like their hands come out of their like lab coat sleeves, and instead of fingers, it's like an array of like terrifying tentacles. They start like rapid fire like typing at the console.
Shoot that fucker.
Oh no, you don't. Yeah.
You shoot it?
Yeah, shoot that fucker. Yeah.
All right, blast him.
Like as soon as he's getting close to the console, like, pow! Fuck you.
Aren't you supposed to roll your power pack? Okay, I'm gonna.
After. All right. So that is a.
I'm just being a dick.
6.
6 damage.
6 on the d20. So under.
Oh, so you hit? Yeah, it's a clean hit.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a hit. And then my damage is d6. Yeah. 5.
5. You blast a hole maybe what is it, like a laser gun? You blast a hole right through
yeah,
it.
I've got a laser pistol.
You leave
What
like
does
a
Nice.
maybe like a pencil width hole in the creature's torso, but like
Yeah.
you blew out vitals on the other side, and it just slumps to the floor, dripping like a really congealed purpley colored blood.
Fucking collaborator.
The others don't move at all. Go ahead.
He's looking at Hibiki.
I'm gonna roll my power pack here in a second when I find a D12.
Wait, Kiki's looking at me.
Yeah, she's like
Alright.
gesturing for you to like kill something.
Hibiki sees that and goes, combat mode! And pulls out her pistol and just starts firing wildly in all directions. I'm not sure she's really targeting anybody. She's just kind of shooting in the direction of these guys.
Roll maybe with disadvantage.
Okay, yeah, I don't.
She
Let's
might
see.
hit one of us.
I was gonna say.
Her dex is
yeah, she's in
incredibly bad.
front of me, right?
Yeah, let's say that no one's downrange of her. None of us are downrange of her.
Yeah,
Kiki
for sure. She like
grabs the
shoved
dog.
everyone out of the way and like yeah.
Her stats like really fit her well. She has a dex of 7 and an intelligence of 7. Okay, so let's see what we got. That's a miss.
Okay.
Even with well, I guess let's see if it's an even worse miss. I forgot to give disadvantage to that. Okay, yeah, regular miss either way.
Yeah. You pepper the like console around these other creatures like full of laser holes, and I think maybe test your battery pack for your gun twice to see if you like deplete the battery by like overdoing it maybe.
Okay, does my I somehow didn't record that information for my weapon. She's got a semi-automatic pistol. Should it be like a weapon?
It's like
Does
a
that have-
usage dice thing.
Yeah. Does anybody
Power
know
pack.
how much?
The power pack.
It's the power pack.
It starts at
Right,
a D12.
Otherwise, it's your because the damage is based on your class.
So my understanding is basically every character has a power pack that charges all your stuff, right?
We have to
Okay.
buy it.
The way I understood it is the power pack, the D12 power pack, is 1 for 1. So if you're going to put it in something to power it, because otherwise the backpack doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Because the backpack says it powers multiple things.
Got it.
Otherwise, the power pack is like
Okay.
So I have 1 power pack for my 1 pistol.
Okay.
Got it.
I have
Got
a
it. Okay.
backpack.
I rolled shit for money.
I just found in the rules text that at least mechanics wise that you also use the power pack for pistols. So
Yeah.
Okay.
that's definitely the way this works. Let me
Yeah.
roll a
And I
d12.
made my power pack check.
So the power pack could also represent your bullets, and we're checking to see if
Cool.
if Hibiki just blasts through all of her ammunition.
I guess she's got a bunch left because I rolled an 11. So there's plenty more where that came from.
Yeah, you open up like your like backpack or whatever, your messenger bag, and it's just like full of like loose bullets, and you just start like, I'll get them next time. Or you recharge your laser, whatever you want to do.
You got to have that big mouth while you're screaming, shooting.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Eyes as hash marks and just.
Yes, exactly.
So the overhead clicking doesn't change, and the 3 remaining figures that are upright also don't move or react.
Let's get the fuck out.
Yeah, I think we need to get to see if there's a mech bay or anything.
Yeah. We're trying to.
I haven't. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
We're trying to find from the moon pool to the Titania, because we've got the map of the Titania. So once we're in there, we know where to go approximately. We think, but right, we're trying to get inside first. So hurry, run.
Could we hack this console?
Yeah, I think I could, but I'd need to we would need to take down the other 3 dorks. And I say that as I pull out like a thing that looks like anecdote. What you call a bâton, as a borrowed word from French, in French spells like a bâton. It doesn't pronounce the same at all, which is funny to me, even though it's not that funny. And we actually even call it a Mecha Hack. But basically, I have like a shock, like the kind of
Cattle prod?
Yeah,
you got like a
prod.
sizzle
I guess
yeah,
you
like
could
a
call it, yeah.
like a cattle prod. So I pull out my cattle prod. I go near one of the people-looking thing, and I try to whack it on the head. And how does it react to my D20 versus 8?
So at this point, I want to say we can just hand wave you guys, dispatch all the standing figures. I mean, they're standing there. They don't react as you guys go through them. However, when
I
they
rolled
do,
a crit fail.
just gonna move on.
We can kill them all before Hibiki can kill any of them.
Yeah. Hibiki, you had your chance.
Hibiki has an irrational hatred of these
through
things.
a couple
Just
more
bird.
clips as this is happening. Yeah, still not hitting him.
As they go down, you guys get a good look at these people, and something underneath their skin is like writhing and wriggling. However, as they die, that slowly dies down.
That's not good. That's not good. No.
I would like to inspect like the base of their skull and the part of the cerebrum to see if they have any implant apparatus the same kind that I have.
They're nothing like what you have, but there's definitely evidence of it. Actually looks more like an infection pointer or like something like that,
like a scar, like
mm-hmm.
scar point or something
that hasn't healed very well.
Yeah, okay.
That's gross, weird.
All right, guys, where do we go?
Well,
I'm gonna try to hack into the console as Dr. Pepper suggested.
Dr. Pepper was a Kiki. Must be hard to tell.
I forgot which one. So I have a computer that gives me a +1 to my intelligence if I roll my battery pack. So I'm basically gonna try to use that. So I'm gonna roll D20 against 7. Would you allow me to roll something based on intelligence to see if I can hack using my literal hacker's tool?
If Boy Scout, if you let me borrow your hacking tools, I can. I'm very familiar with these systems already.
You know, the shaving cream thing. I haven't forgotten it entirely.
I know. It was Hibiki. It was her idea.
You know that even if I wasn't actually responsive, I knew what was going on. It was your idea. I heard the whole thing.
It was my idea. You're right.
And you can fuck off.
You're totally right.
I am doing this myself. You are not touching my tools.
All right. That's
and so basically I roll a 15 against my basically theoretical 17, and I'm going to see if my power pack, 12 out of 12, my power pack is unscathed.
Very good.
So yes.
Yep, you're able to download schematics and print out key cards for everybody.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so this will give you advantage on any test to circumvent any base security, and you also know the layout of the place, so you can head straight to.
Point of order. As a scoundrel, does that give me double advantage? I already have advantage on that test.
Yeah. I guess we'll have advantage stack in this game until I look up Black Hack and see if that's true, because it does a mothership. You can get multiple advantages in mothership.
Oh, okay, well.
Okay, because as a scoundrel, I do have advantage on that. That's why I was trying to I can do it.
Yeah,
I can totally.
But there is a thing about mothership is that usually you have less than 50% chance on any roll you make.
Right.
And that is not the truth about Black Hack. But still, Black Hack is great. I love it.
Let's not get
But-
bogged down on it. We'll stack advantages for this
Yeah.
session.
That's fine.
Yeah,
If
sure thing.
it's OP, we can.
Oh, I'm absolutely not against it. I just feel like I should just shut up more often. Sorry.
No. You're spot on, dude.
Kevin
You can't
agrees.
talk.
Like
So-
we got
So there-
key
shaving
cards.
cream. No, fuck you.
We got schematics.
Yep, and there are a couple noteworthy locations on this ziggurat. I mean, there's hundreds of places, but what pops out to you? There's the moon pool that you're in. There's the hangar space, which it houses the Titania and some mecha. There's the control room. It's labeled where the PA system is controlled, and there are places called cloning vats. And there's another room called like gestation pools, and then there's like habitation spaces for those living here, and then every other sort of like structure that you could imagine, small city-sized pyramid.
Uh, go over that list one more time, please.
Yeah,
Cloning vats, gestation pools.
Cloning vats,
Control room.
gestation pools, a control room,
Control room, hangar,
the hangar.
and where we are now.
yeah. We'll need to wind up in the hangar, but
And moon pool. Okay.
we should probably hit the control room first, or try and disrupt something,
Yeah.
sabotage it, so that we have
Well, yeah. So based on the information that we have, right? Because you said we can find our way to the hangar to the Titania, but presuming we do that, then the response from the ziggurat would come from the control room, I guess.
Seems like it. Yeah.
So we should figure out some way to stop that, interrupt that, redirect that. So when we take the Titania out of here, they're incapable of launching a counteroffensive against us. Yes? No?
That sounds good to me. If there's, yeah, we'll have to see as we go. What's the straightest shot to the hangars from where we are now?
Everything's connected by like elevator lifts and like trams. There's like a tram system going throughout the whole structure. Covers horizontal and
Cool.
there's several of them. Yeah.
So are from the information that we have, are we able to I'm trying to understand the response structure, right? Once the Titania starts moving out of the hangar, there will be a response, and that response will be to alert the 5 patrol units that we just saw, or does the ziggurat itself have additional stationary guns, missiles?
Yep. Oh yeah. The ziggurat's actually armed to the teeth with like weapon bays and whatnot.
Okay.
All controlled out of the control room. Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So
And
then,
there's also patrolling security teams.
right. Okay. Okay. So we can probably deal with the security teams or the missiles.
Yeah,
Depends.
I would probably feel better hitting the control room first then.
Right. I think so. If we can, ooh, if we can redirect the control room to make the patrols target each other instead, like we'll spoof the signal of the Titania on top of the other patrols so they attack each other while we fucking jet. that's what we should do. Can we do that? Can we? Who's
Idea's
got
good. I can
hacking
try, but
tools?
I have everything to try. It looks hard. I'll try.
I've got the skills too. I just don't have the tools. So I'm
You
happy to
don't
help.
touch my fucking tools.
It was Habiki that she wanted to do she was like, the whipped cream, the shaving cream will be funny. It's
So, Matt,
Stop saying that.
do I like what do you want me to roll?
To do what?
to do basically what Prophet suggested, which is trying to tap into the security teams so that basically they shoot each other.
You'd have to do that from the control room.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah.
there yet, are we?
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
catch
yeah.
a tram.
Oh, I thought
So,
we were there.
right,
I
so-
should be
so-
there.
Not yet,
yeah.
no.
Side note.
So we'll go to the control room.
Hold on. How are we doing on time?
Sure.
Everyone good?
Yeah.
Okay. I have unlimited
Fine.
time tonight,
It's
so I just
Friday.
want to make sure that
Okay.
Okay.
What's your stop? 11?
I'm not too drunk to keep playing because I've actually been so riveted to the game that I only had 2 beers,
Okay.
which is surprising because my plan was to get shit faced until my Twitch eye didn't bother me anymore, and it is still bothering me a lot.
That
But that
sucks.
is
man.
because the game is fun and I'm actually playing more than drinking.
Is
Awesome.
it-
All right.
is
Just
it-
making
is
sure.
it
Just making sure.
stress?
This is healthy.
All right. So let's carry on. So we're now gonna try to infiltrate the ziggurat to find the control room. You guys know the way, so there's no need to test for any of that. So you guys cut through the doorway out of the moon pool room, and as you guys do, the overhead rhythm clicking changes again to no
So
change inside the moon pool room.
Each time those change, I try to record them.
Sure, it's fine. Okay.
Do
so
I
then-
recognize any of that clicking? Does it tell? Like, is there anything from that noise that I can gather meaning out of?
test your intelligence.
That's a 4 against 16.
You succeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely a sympathetic vibration in your implants that responds to the clicking. It's definitely some sort of psionic control
Whoa.
that you guys are just
Well,
you're not affected by it, as far as you know.
yeah. There's a possibility to shut down. Like, this sound controls the denizen of this facility. There's a possibility to shut down the control. The outcome is unlikely to be predictable. It's possible that it's to our advantage. It may not be.
Well, I say
But
we take
usually
those chances.
but this sound is used to control psionically the creatures that live here. That's what I gather from it.
Oh,
Do you
good shit,
do,
new guy.
Do you think you can? do you think you can tell the difference between different? I mean, are you receiving?
No, I
them as
can't.
Different
I
things, or
understand what it is, but I don't understand the language it's in.
yeah. So you're aware of
It's,
its existence, but not its meaning.
Exactly. I can't. I'm not having access to a proper terminal. I could try to delve deeper, further. But so at this point, all I can provide is pieces of an explanation.
Yeah, you literally don't speak the language.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if we go to the control room and plug you into it,
I could get a bit further, but not necessarily that much further. That's going to be. It depends on a lot of factors. I'd say it's not impossible, but that depends on it's on the will of a god, aka Matt.
that sounds amazing.
As you guys are having this conversation walking down the hallway, from around a corner, a couple more workers swing around the corner walking in your direction. Like the others, they're in lab coats, or these guys are in overalls. And they're shuffling uncomfortably on their feet, and they have weird tumorous growths and stuff on their faces. Their fingers have been replaced by slimy tentacles that wriggle as they walk or shuffle. They walk past you without recognizing you.
Jim will just kind of gesture keep going to the trams. Don't stop.
Right.
Kiki's pointing at Hibiki.
How come they're not messing with us? I don't get it.
Don't either.
They
They're
don't care
not
about
warriors.
us.
These are the
we're-
brains, or the
yeah,
workers.
We're below their recognition.
Yeah, it's not. It's like it's not their function to engage with us, but they do notice us. But like, imagine they're like they. Yeah, I can't explain it well.
They're not voyeurs, but they are observers.
They have It's like they have sensors. Like, it's not good that they see us, but they're unlikely to attack us because they know they won't win.
Once they decide we're a threat, others will be dispatched to deal with us.
Hibiki's like got her hands on her temples. She's like clearly thinking really hard. She's like, oh, there's a little sound coming out of her. Like,
She's like, so shoot.
So don't shoot. Don't shoot them.
On
Got
that
it.
note,
Okay,
you
yeah, yeah,
guys round towards like the terminal landing area, kind of like a underground subway station, and there are guards this time standing on the edge of the terminal, like they would have their back to wherever the tram arrives. They're dressed in like a blade of armor, and each one of them holds. There's two of them, and each one of them holds some sort of menacing-looking alien.
Shit.
But we have key cards,
We're supposed to be here.
right?
Okay. So what do you just like hold up your key card? Like a badge?
Is there anybody in front of us that we can see what they do?
No.
No. All right.
Yeah, I'll try and like alter my posture a little bit and like puff out my cheeks to look like I'm like one of the dudes. Just kind of like shuffle forward a little bit.
Jim quickly like snarfs down like all of that gum he was offering, like, just, like the whole pack. So it's
Kiki's just in the back with Hibiki, just like.
all right, and so Jim, you shuffle up to the guards and do what?
Well, I'm just trying to keep moving in a straight line.
They look right past you with like 1,000-yard stare.
Okay.
You can hear the tram is coming.
It's our train.
I'll follow.
Okay, it arrives. It like rockets over on like some sort of like magnetic levitation for the rail, sci-fi shit. And the tram like stops. They're positioned perfectly to stand on either side of the doors that open. There's nobody on it.
Are you ripping off Disney World, Matt?
Yeah, now I'm ripping off Disney World.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah,
that sounds awesome.
It does. Yep. And God damn it. But as the doors open, the guards hold up their like tentacle wiggling hands, to block your.
Yes.
Card, I guess.
Yeah, Jim, you're in
Try a
front.
key card. Yeah, I will try and present a key card.
Okay. You hold up the key card, and those like wriggling tentacles like wrap around it, and then you can see like sucker points on the tentacles, like touch exposed contact points on the key card, almost like a bionic key reader kind of a thing. Gross. And then you feel like a current moving through your key card. Test your charisma.
Oh, good.
He's just watching
with advantage because you have.
All right.
Cronenberg.
I have a failure and a success, but the failures.
So you pass. So he lets go of your card and then lets you through. To the next one, test your charisma.
Who's up next? Cool.
Success. Double success. No, sorry, 12. It's under, right? So equal is actually a fail.
Yeah, you have to
right?
be under.
Yeah. So 12 and 4. So 4 is good.
So that's good enough for the lot of you. You guys managed onto the tram, and this is the kind of tram it doesn't go from like station to station. You can actually like pick your destination from like a map, and then it'll
So
kind of like an elevator car.
boop, 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 boop. Control center.
Punch in the control center, and then the elevator car takes off. Tram car takes off. Right. Yeah, there are seats, and then there are also these like weird like pod like spots that look like organic. They're organic grown, and they're like grown into the side of the tram, roughly humanoid shaped. Maybe someone would fit in there.
Yes.
Dare someone to sit in a pod.
How are the G forces really intense like that? Are we like?
They're not. I mean, I'm not going to worry
Okay.
about a roll, but they are like,
Okay.
yeah, like hold on to something at least. Yeah,
It's a big space.
No.
yeah. Yeah.
So you notice that Boy Scout absolutely fails to hold out onto something. He just smashes to basically the far wall of the train and just like
A ragdoll.
completely ragdolls it.
God.
Like you notice that the control he has over his body is very poor.
All right. So everyone manages except for Boy Scout. Everyone manages to like not look like an idiot except for Boy Scout. Sorry.
It's fine. I mean, I looked for it.
Yeah,
Well,
and
help
here,
go down and help him get up. Easy there, partner.
here the tram opens up to the control room, which is shaped like an airport control tower. It's a round room with like a bunch of windows. All the windows are fake though. They're really viewed terminals that show like camera feeds. And you can see like on one bank is the hangar with the Titania inside of it, looking pristine and prototypey and just lovely. Everything it was supposed to be like the legends before the resistance fell apart. Other feeds show other like worker spaces where as you guys arrive, the rhythmic clicking switches over again. You can see through the camera feeds that literally like one group of people just stop working where they are, and then other people come alive, start filling in. This is like 15-minute intervals of shift work, kind of a deal, including the control room itself.
Are we alone in here, or there's still workers in here?
It's actually full of people. Every terminal has like someone.
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
Is the commander with us, or do we leave him in the boat?
The commander stayed on shore.
Oh, sure.
So okay, so everybody in the control center every 15 minutes goes.
And like right next to them, someone like stands up and takes
Someone
over
else.
their terminal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to disrupt that sound. I don't know if there's an obvious speaker port in this room, but that's kind of what Jim's looking for right now.
You're looking for like an important looking console.
Yes, so am I. I'm also looking for points of entry.
You find as you look around there is one console like in the core of the room that actually doesn't have anybody working on it, but it like the screen is still flickering, like commands are being typed in and such. Boy Scout, when you see it, when Jim points you to it, like, hey, this looks important, Boy Scout, it's very obviously like a remote terminal someone's currently working.
Cool.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna take my hacking tools and I'm gonna say, look at Prophet and say, you know what, big man, you do it. Go ahead, knock yourself out.
Yeah. All right. So I grab the hacking tools and I load up malware. to disable, and okay, so every 15 minutes the workload is shifting.
Yes. So you got 15 minutes.
Right.
Mhm.
So, well, yeah. So what I want to do is basically, instead of a rolling activation every 15 minutes, right? We'll pause it. So we'll have 15 minutes where nobody's doing anything, and then we can, from the control center to the Titania, how long will it take us to get there?
Good question. It's actually very quick from here. The terminal, this room that you're at, the train stayed there, giving you, like, because it has
Okay.
like priority.
Oh,
You know what I
okay.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay. So what I want to do is I want to put it into a feedback loop, basically, so that every group thinks that it's turn to wait 15 minutes. So that
Okay.
we can do that and then go to
Okay.
Titania and take off, whether that takes us 15 or 30 or 45 minutes, but like to sort of keep them all asleep.
Sure.
Okay. Is that intelligence?
Yes. So you plug in Boy Scouts computer terminal into this thing. Like, you
Yep.
find a
Which
Ethernet
gives me
port
+1.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no advantages here, because you're literally interfacing with like an alien
Oh, okay.
tech.
Okay.
You know.
So I don't get my cool advantage on disabling security devices.
I can't give it to you on this one because it's
Right.
just so bizarre. Like, the terminal
right,
itself
that-
is also like
Totally
semi-biological.
fine.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Totally fine. So I need to roll under a 16.
Still a good chance. Yeah.
Yeah. 8.
Fantastic. Yep. As far as you can tell, the hieroglyphics that were flashing across the terminal start to like match up, telling you that you have put them in like a feedback loop,
Yeah.
and you have like 15 minutes before they're
All
gonna
right. I
realize
think
what
we're
happened.
good. Let's
Yeah.
go.
You got 15 minutes before you
Let's
realize
go.
something's gonna happen.
Before it breaks out of the loopers, right? It's like, no acknowledgement in 1459. Fucking freak out.
Yeah, but before like the
Go.
alien dork on the other end of the terminal's like, wait a second. Yeah.
Right.
He comes back from his coffee break and is like, oh shit. Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
What's going on? This is bullshit.
All right, so everyone hustles into the tram. Takes off for where? Where are we going?
Where are we going?
To
Yeah.
Titania.
Hangar. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hangar.
Okay.
Go.
It's a 3-minute ride.
Okay.
3-minute ride. And tram opens up into this massive hangar space. The Titania is such an awesome, larger than life airship. From here, it almost looks like someone took a skyscraper and like laid it on its side. Kind of a deal.
Whoa.
Instead of like the usual like helicopter blades and like circles of like I picture like a drone. It has like alien repulsor lift technology. You know, as someone's been upgrading this thing. Yeah.
It's
Oh,
odd,
so
though.
they've
Was
been
this
upgraded. So
Yeah.
they took it and they're gonna try to use it against us. Those fuckers.
It's
No,
immediately
let's-
apparent
all
that's
right.
the case. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So we have the map of the Titania.
Mhm.
So we should go to the control room and launch this bitch out and fucking go. Right?
Is it?
So what did you-
do we
what
know
did
that
you
it
say
launches
that-
from the? Oh, sorry.
Hey, what
Go
did you say that they take? Did they take the Avenger? I misunderstood what happened. You said they took it and they're gonna use it against us. Was it the
Oh,
Titania?
Oh, this is the Titania. Yeah.
Well, yeah. First
Okay,
off,
yeah,
for
so-
copyright purposes, we're not allowed to call it the Avenger. the Titania.
It's the badge.
I mean, the
badge.
Avenger is the other one. It's the
Our
vagina
submarine.
mech.
The rusty badge.
Yeah.
The Titania.
Yes, that one.
Though they've been upgrading it.
Yeah, the
So
Titania
from
is
the-
now
from the-
like partial like alien tech. Like
Yeah.
when you guys lost it, it had rotor blades for propulsion, right? So like a bunch of them. Now it has like anti-grav like repulsor
It has
things.
anti-grav pods.
Yeah. But
right.
those things are like, again, like half biological. It's like almost like fleshy. like outer-
Cronenberg.
Yeah.
Yes, it's been Cronenberg's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been Cronenberg. Yeah.
I'm
God
fine
damn
with
it,
that, and I look at
Gross weirdo.
my yeah, exactly. I look at my pistol that shoots molars, and I'm like, I'm fine with that.
Nice. I like that's a deep cut.
Nice.
That's good.
That's deep. Oh, love it. All right.
And
so
that movie was so weird. I love it so much.
That movie is so fun. I love it. Yeah.
So yeah.
This is lost on
So
me.
It's-
right.
Sure.
So we see the Titania. We're there. We see that it's been modified, but we need to get it the fuck out of here, right? I mean, we've got 12 minutes. Let's go to the control center and fucking launch this bitch and get it above water.
All right, so you guys start hoofing it across the hangar space, up one of the ramps into the Titania itself, which again is building sized on its side, and so you're like hoofing it down like one of like the hallways of this ship too, which is all very
Habiki, run!
Yeah, like dragging Boy Scout down the gangplank.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Like, come on, buddy. Come on.
I imagine he's got very noodly
as
like
as much as I'm trying, I am not very good at running.
Dr. Pepper
So,
is like,
yeah.
like just easily like almost like galloping or like trotting ahead of all of you effortlessly. And you guys run up the length of the like hospital clean feeling hallways and stuff like that of the Titania. Break into the bridge room. It looks pristine and hefty with potential.
Hmm.
Does anyone know how to pilot like a mothership?
Sure. Of course.
I can
How
try.
could it be, right?
It's just a ship. I mean, fuck. Thrust. Yaw.
I mean,
I feel like Chambi, Kiki, Prophet, or Boy Scout might know this. I definitely not Hibiki. Maybe not Jim. I don't know.
If
I
it's
mean,
intelligence based, I'm good.
I would not know how to do it, but I could try to interface with it.
Right.
That's basically my thing.
Okay.
Right. So Prophet feels like basically if it's intelligence based, like he can absolutely. There's no reason he can't. He can fly anything, right?
Mhm.
So
Okay. Well,
Let's
so
get to that.
So this bridge has way more command consoles than there are for the lot of you. So
Okay.
the best bet is for Boy Scout to slot in and hope he can, mind control the whole thing.
control multiple. Yeah.
Mhm,
Right.
mhm.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Boy Scout,
I mean,
go
that's
ahead and-
also there's possibility a team effort that I slot in so I can pull out the right control
Yeah.
thing.
Well, you can control
Like there's a
10 of them, and
Sure.
maybe we
You
can
get
fill
them
in
with
some
the-
of the others.
yeah.
Four.
Boy Scout, go ahead and
I'll-
make your
I'll see.
interface check to see if you can plug into this thing.
Okay, so first thing I'm gonna power my computer, roll my D12 for usage dice, giving myself +1 intelligence. That's a 6, so still good for usage. And then I'm gonna roll 1d20 against 17 because that's what it is. And that's a 12. Success.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yep. The Titania hums to
Job, you
life
kid.
all around you guys. All the consoles sort of like blink on, and you can feel the magnetic, the maglev suspension like kick off, like shifts before it like finds its footing, and you're floating in the hangar with 6 minutes left on your timer.
Weapons.
Yep, it's full of it's full to the brim with weapons. Particularly, it has it can launch 1d4 plus 1 drone interceptor bombers every turn. It recharges.
Okay.
It has point defense turrets, and it has something called an Aegis energy shield. That's new. That's alien tech.
Oh, cool.
Kiki shield. Beaky drones. Let's
Drones.
go.
And
Drones,
someone,
drones.
I mean, someone, maybe Jim, probably Jim, because Jim's pretty badass, but somebody should go and make sure that the Avenger isn't the Avenger Vagrant.
Oh, yeah, we should scoop that up again.
Where is the R? Yeah, somebody should
Mhm.
go and pick this one up so we can meet after. And yeah, you've been voluntold.
All right.
Cool.
All right. Point of order though, the hangar doors are still closed.
Oh, we can fix that.
There's like
We're
6 different ways we can fix that.
Take it away, guys.
Let's
I
ask
shared the
nicely.
stats for the Titania as they are. This is
Yeah,
the
that-
stats
Yeah, let me
rough
see.
draft. I'm still working on it. But you get
Okay.
your
Awesome.
So yeah, twice. Cool.
and of course you
I'm
guys
copy pasting that somewhere.
your pilot stats will increase this thing through the roof again, just like you did the Avenger Vega. And
that was
Boy Scout,
beautifully absurd.
there's a dozen mech bays on the Titania as well, with 5 housed. There's 5 occupied. And to be clear, this thing is designed to just like shoot out the mechs. Like it's kind of like turns the mech into a projectile.
Oh, cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. Is
I'll
one
go
of
to
the
the
mech?
mech bay if you guys want to fly the rest of this shit out of here.
Is one of the mech a scout frame called the Iron Horse,
Mm-hmm.
which I've been sent to recover?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so this is very good.
Iron Horse is here.
This is amazing. Perfect. So I do say, whoever wants to go to the bay, go ahead. But there's one of them that looks like a vintage motorcycle with legs. That's mine.
There's
Cool.
the Skull 1 is in the fucking launch bay. I'm going.
5 minutes left.
Yeah, as he's putting on his flippers with one hand, Jim's probably trying to aim a cannon at the doors there. Anyway, you guys are just okay if we just blast this, right?
As you blasted, right?
Okay.
I mean, we could just open them.
You guys are okay with it because I'm already pulling the trigger, right?
Right. You're okay with boom.
Yeah. So the Titania, like all the guns, like come up out of the deck of the ship and swing around and just blow open the hangar doors. There's an explosion that makes the Titania like shift a little bit where it's floating, and all of a sudden seawater comes rushing in, and you can feel the engines like shift over to like submersible mode, and then like all the windows like a blade of armor like closes in over all like the windshields and stuff like that to make the thing airtight against ocean pressure of the ocean.
Cool. All right, you gotta pilot me close to the submersible mech though. If we can
Right.
scoop that on the way back,
Yeah.
might be. If it's, I don't know if it's doable though. What's their trajectory looking like? And how much more nap time do we have?
You have 2 minutes left.
No shit. Okay.
There's a thing about the ship that, because it tells me that that we have reactor die, but I'm not seeing what's the reactor die.
Oh, see, I didn't finish the stats. It's big.
Oh, it's fine.
Does
We-
this
we
count as a
can-
starship.
It's a D10. So
D10 reactor.
there's a starship stat for like an enemy in the game, and I'm mashing that into a mecha, and that's the Titania.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Give it a D10 reactor.
All good. So I'm considering that for the moment, the other four are, well, basically three of us are being like getting into mechas. Jim Cannon is being sent to recover the Avenger Vargant, and I'm piloting the Titania.
Sure.
Is that right?
So does the Titania count as a starship?
Yes.
Okay. So instead of running to the mech bay, I would like to try to co-pilot.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
The
So I
Titania
can
also has
advance
like an autopilot function if you guys want to suit
Okay.
up.
Okay.
But because I want to try to take advantage of my advantage on dodging co-pilot.
Did you go to the mech bay and come back in that time, or have you been here in the control
No,
room
I think I'm here realizing that I can help the Titania dodge as we escape.
Cool.
And
Okay.
maybe Kiki and Hibiki, you should go to the mech bay, and if we need you to launch to fuck shit up.
Alarms are going off in the station now.
Yeah.
Everybody that you saw
I
sitting
don't
around
think
sleeping is now moving.
Prophet, it's not an if. It is not an if. We need guns. If you want to pilot, I'll go and get in a mecha.
I can pilot or co-pilot.
All right.
Either-
Yeah.
No,
either's
you
fine.
go ahead. There's needs for mechas out there to make sure that you maneuver. This thing is huge. You'll be fine.
Personal
And
arms fire
give
now,
me
like peppering the side. You can
give
you can hear it like
yeah.
ding,
You
ding, ding,
give
ding.
me those. You give
I
me
think-
those tools
okay.
back at the end.
Okay. I'll also try to rebroadcast the signal that was like do nothing.
Not gonna work from here. You
Mm,
need the thing was emitting like a psionic thing. So even if you had
Yeah.
the sound of it recorded, you don't have the.
Interesting. Okay.
Right. We
All
don't
right.
really have to-
Geeky graduation day. Let's go.
Before Hibiki, turns around and joins Kiki, I imagine in heading off toward the. Well, I imagine what she does is like, so her style of operating a control panel is like an open palm fingered like keyboard smash. She basically just like looks at the thing real quick to see where everything is and goes bombers and smashes her hand down on it to deploy D4+1 bombers, and then turns around immediately without waiting to see what happens and just bolts, out of the room. And
Awesome.
over her shoulder goes, Kiki, Dr. Pepper, hurry.
All right, so roll a d4.
Okay. Oh, dice rolls, where to go? I'm sorry, y'all. It's going to take me half an hour to find the dice rolls page. Okay, cool. Roll D4 plus 1. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, hang on. I see what's happening here. Okay. Sorry, I had my number locked on. So, if anybody's seeing this Comedy of Errors unfold, I apologize. Okay. It's three drones deployed. That's how many
three drones. Okay.
Or bombers.
Yep. So you hear like wings open on the Titania, and then like these bombers like unfold, and through like consoles you can watch like on radar as they like zip around and start like carpet bombing all the security personnel that are like trying in vain to shoot out the Titania. Yeah, aliens are dying droves.
I need to roll a reactor die too, I think, not to.
Yeah.
So a D10 for that.
I got it.
Okay, so thank you.
Reactor's fine.
Oh, I
All right, so
believe
then
that worked.
Then Kiki and Hibiki. I like how the
Kiki,
name's kind of
got a kill.
got a lot of kills.
She turns around and stops,
Yeah,
and like
like-
hands go up to her mouth, and she's like,
Like I got 17 kills. God.
Here's where Jim's like,
Pumps her
that counts
fist a
as
little
one.
bit.
That counts as one. Those are just.
that's yeah. Exactly. Averages out to 1.
Yeah. All right. So Kiki and Hibiki, you guys hoof it down to the Mecha Bay, where it's this like long, tall like garage, and housed, and there's like 12. I like a picture like circular like bays with like conveyors or like elevators that come up like around the height of mechas and stuff like that. 5 of the bays are occupied with your mechas. Your mechas are there. So what do you guys do when you get there?
Ooh. Wait, so how this I'm sorry if this is a silly question. When you say there are mechas, this is the first time we've seen these machines though, right?
Maybe not, because what I posed was like maybe you like lost your mecha and they were like stolen or commandeered, or maybe this
Oh,
is like
that's
another
so we're
model
still,
of the
yeah.
mecha. Yeah. So for
Okay,
whatever
cool.
reason,
That's a midnight goose.
when this it's a midnight goose model, right? But when this campaign started, you were without mecha, but now you find the mecha that you happen to be trained on.
Okay, so yeah, my mecha was like stolen, and this I've just happened to stumbled on another Walkthrough System F.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool.
Or I picture for someone like Hibiki, maybe you just always trained like in VR on a simulated one. Now here's like a real
That's
one.
the manual I've been reading. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. All right.
You make it make sense.
Like,
but your mecha's
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh shit.
I remember how to. I know how to do that one. That one I can do.
I know this one.
Yeah.
Wait. Page 37. Power up.
Kiki, the
So-
Kami Kaiju is here as well.
Yeah, Kiki doesn't speak, but she just goes like this, and Dr. Pepper says, Miss Peckham would like me to convey that she has a lady boner.
And now like I picture like a montage of like 2 of you like ascending in like the elevators up your mecha like across the hall like the bay from each other like
Yeah.
So yeah.
You guys strap in.
So there's one of the mechas that is deeper down that starts to animate itself and walk towards basically towards Boy Scout, and Boy Scout just like face plants, like he completely disconnected from his own body, starts to have almost a seizure but not quite. He's wheezing, and then the mecha just like picks him up and then put him like inside the like I don't know how to say that, pilot seat.
Yeah.
And like the chest closes back and perks back up.
Whoa.
Awesome. So this leaves Prophet and Jim. You guys are still in the bridge of the Titania, right?
Yeah.
So you guys have the view as the Titania now like careens through the doorway that Jim opened, and actually coming this close to a carrier ship, Avenger Vagrant uses. I'll take the liberty here. Uses like the latent code that you plugged in and like on the pre-programmed route scoops up into the Titania.
Into
Perfect.
Day 6. Yeah.
However, as the Titanium is temporarily opened up to receive the mecha, you guys are have the chance to hear what's going on around you. It's a lot of explosions. It's a lot of gunfire. It's a lot of rushing ocean water. But coming from down in the depths below you is some sort of ear-piercing sonar-born screech coming up from the depths.
Uh-oh.
And the Titanium starts blaring proximity alarms coming up from the depths.
Shit.
What do you guys do on the
shit.
bridge? So you're in like a massive cave, underwater cave, but you have the armament maybe to just your way. Well, I don't know like what. The mission is to get up.
Yeah, top side.
Yep.
Yeah, top
Yeah.
side. So I think for my pilot, advantage testing dex to dodge attacks is probably what I would do.
I mean, do you want to bring this cave down? I mean, we should probably I don't know, clear the cave and get out before these guys deploy if we're gonna bring the thing down also.
Well, if we get out and then launch a volley at the cave to collapse it on top of our Absolutely.
Okay,
Let's punch it.
So, Prophet, you put it on a course to start ascending, and Jim,
Yeah.
you point the guns up and start like shooting like these point defense cannons to like make a hole in the cave, and these rocks start tumbling through the ocean water to like crash down on those cyclone drones as they like turn to like respond to the alarm, and the hunter submarines are all crushed under like the avalanche of falling cave rock. The Titania starts like ascending up out of all this mess in the cloud of. However,
So
proximity alarms
as
coming
this
from
is
below.
yeah,
Something
as
big
this is
rising up.
occurring, as this is occurring, I'm going to broadcast a message to my 4 teammates, and I'm going to say, I think there's been a change of plan regarding the recovery of the Avenger of Argent, and I may actually be the best person to go and try to get it and try to remote control it to the surface, because this mecha can cloak as well.
I think you missed it. The Avenger of Vagrant parked itself in the Titania.
Oh, I missed that. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, we
Forget my
scooped up.
speech.
Jim is still wearing flippers for.
Now, so long as Jim is wearing flippers, I'm happy.
So there's now 6 mecha on the ship. You guys got a spare. How about that?
And it's a big one.
There's something else here though, guys. We're not sure what it is, so we got to get top to it quick. But you might have to cover our ass.
Can Kiki and I communicate with y'all like clearly, from within our cockpits to you in the bridge?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah, it's all kind of
okay,
linked.
cool.
Table talk
Sweet.
is
Nice.
Yep. So you guys know, Jim spread the word. There's something big coming up from the ocean depths.
Yeah.
Something big and screamy. All right. So the Titania is lifting up and up and up and up. Then all of a sudden, this presence on the radar, like it's there and then it's gone. It's something like comes up and like smashes into the ship and sends it like the whole ship lurches to the side, and there's all sorts of like proxy alarms and damage alarms and reports reading off all of the screens and stuff like that. Titania is too understaffed to wield, but it can keep ascending up out of the ocean on its own.
Gotcha.
You guys are getting. What do you guys do?
I mean, it's in our blind spot or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's just something big just hit us.
I'm gonna cloak.
Okay.
And I succeed my reactor roll. I am not here anymore.
So in that launch tube, Boy Scouts, what's the name of your ship? Your mecha?
It's the Iron Horse.
Iron Horse disappears inside its launch tube. Anyone else?
I think Hibiki's also gonna not cloaked, of course, but get ready to launch. Are there multiple tubes, I guess, in this from the hangar, or just one? Like, do we launch one at a time?
Each mecha is standing inside of its launch tube, and there's
Nice.
like a rack of like 12 launch tubes on the back of this Titania to like shoot out mecha, like almost like guns.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, you three, get out there and tell us what you see.
So yeah, Hibiki like holds her helmet down with one hand, or actually with both hands. She hits some buttons and then holds the helmet on as she goes, "Midnight Goose, launch!" And it just, launches out.
Oh yeah, you're like sucked back into like your chair. Your chair is like, like G-force is like smashed down on you, and your mech is like launched up into the ocean water.
Nice.
Kiki, what about you? And Boy Scout.
You just hear Dr. Pepper say, Miss Peckham would like you to nut her in, coach.
I actually don't know what I'm going to do, because I was actually looking to share some music, so I think I misunderstood what was the last bit. Can you please repeat it?
Yeah, your mecha is inside of a launch tube to be shot out of the Titania and confront.
I think I wasn't there anymore. But
Right.
yeah, I'm basically I want to be shut out of the Titania to basically flank whatever is going to be on our face.
Fantastic.
So I understand that there was a presence. I want to put myself sideways.
Okay, so the three of you launch out of the Titania, but the thing is, the Titania is rising, so you guys like jump out and then like boom, like you land on top of the deck in like a superhero power crouch, right? Just in time to see these
Mm-hmm.
grasping tentacles wrap around the whole ship, and then it brings around this massive kaiju with like a
Awesome.
maw shaped like a big circular tube filled with teeth. It opens it up and lets out a challenging screeching roar that even through all the sound dampeners inside of your mecha makes your ears rattle. That's initiative, I think, for everybody.
Fuck yeah.
So
For everybody.
How do you make decision on who acts first?
You, I believe, test your how to play.
Mobility,
Time and turn.
systems.
Dex?
There's no
No,
dex.
this is the mecha stats, so it's there's no dex.
Oh, gotcha.
Wow, none of us read like just how to.
I did read them.
I have no idea.
I read them a month ago, and I think it's mobility. And basically, it's mobility, and those who succeed decide among us in which order we do. Those who fail decide in which order they do.
All
So
right,
I'm going to roll my mobility.
Here's how we're going to do it tonight. Everybody test your mobility. If you succeed, you're going to go before the kaiju. If you fail, you go after the kaiju. Mark and Jim, Mark, Prophet and Jim, I think you guys should be testing your mobility as well.
Okay.
Even though you're not in your mecha.
Hey, I have answer. It's mobility or systems to player's choice.
Ah, okay. Mobility or systems. And I don't know if I made it clear for you too. The Titania is not in position to fight this thing.
Yeah, I think it was reasonably clear.
You don't have the crew to really. Shooting at a wall is one thing, but you feeling
Good.
Okay.
10 versus 14.
Okay, so who passed?
I did.
All right, Jim, I'll see you in a little bit.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna take it. Prophet, you're first.
Okay.
Prophet, Kiki, Habiki, and then Boy Scout.
So we're trying to get out, and sorry, I don't.
Do you want to come back? Do you want us to circle back to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Kiki, standing on the deck or the top of the Titania. I think it'd be called the deck. Facing down this gargantuan kaiju.
Yep. There's a
You wanna do-
reason it's called the kamikaze. So Kiki's a tiny little thing in out of the mech. She's like a small and doesn't talk, but in the mech she has this irrational hatred of the kaiju. So she's just gonna run towards it and slash it with the axe.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah. Go for
I'm
it.
so glad there's a brawler in our group. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just rolled power, right?
Yes. Test your power.
Let's see. Just passed 14 versus 15. So
It's a hit.
no, what is it? A D8? Or
I think it depends on your type
D8.
of mecha.
Yeah. 1d8 damage. Yeah, so if she could speak, you'd be hearing a lot of swearing and screaming.
Ah, cool looking.
Oh, just two
Yeah.
points.
2 points of damage. You run up and it throws up an array of coiling tentacles in the way, but you start like hacking through it like it's jungle vine, battle axe. Kaiju blood starts mixing in the thick ocean water, making a blinding slurry. Habiki. Midnight Goose, you're up.
I haven't really figured out what the Midnight Goose looks like yet. I'm thinking about that, but so I'll describe this in a kind of non-specific way, but I'm going to go ahead. To what extent is the Titania in the creature's mouth? Like, is it
zero extent, but it's got it wrapped in tentacles.
Okay.
And it looks like it could start like chomping down. It couldn't just like snarf down the whole Titania, but it could chomp on it for sure. Yeah.
Okay. So I think she's gonna try to scoot into position, and kind of lean the mech forward so that the missiles, which I imagine the missile racks are like built into or mounted on like the shoulders or back or both. So it requires kind of leaning forward if you're going to shoot ahead at a target. And I'm going to do missile barrage.
Awesome.
And I think, again, she's just like smacking the, controls, just going missile barrage.
Thank God it has like a Siri element and is like voice commands work with this.
I really hope. I wish I hadn't designed her to be so bad at everything, but.
Well, your mecha stats are all right though.
Oh, I rolled a 1. Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, nice.
Cool. So yeah, her mecha stats are actually not too bad. So that's 4d4 damage, and then roll the reactor die. And I forget, is there any extra damage that occurs on a roll
on a critical hit?
on a nat 1? Yeah.
Yeah.
Double, right?
Yeah, just double it. Just double the dice.
Okay. So 8
We gotta read the rule book,
I
guys.
guess? Or...
Yeah, we gotta read the rule book, guys.
Okay, we'll do 8d4. Sick, 23 damage.
23 damage?
23 damage. There were 4 4s, a 3, a 2, and 2 1s.
Yeah, your missiles launch out with such power and force that they actually like cut into the kaiju and blow up internally, and just like bits of like kaiju gore are like splashing off in the ocean. It's at this point that the Titania and the kaiju wrapped around it break through the surface of the ocean. So now it's airborne. The morning light is golden, shining across the ocean.
Whoa.
It's
Rainbows
still
and
morning.
all the-
That's been
yeah.
a while.
Rainbows sparkling and all the upsplash, It's quite the beautiful sight. And then, the missiles go off and kaiju guts and stuff go flying everywhere. The beast roars in defiance. Iron Horse.
Iron Horse is clothed. Will take a movement action to try to go to a near space in a dead angle of the kaiju and make a sneak attack, which is at. So my first action is movement. My second action is attack. Because I'm cloaked, it's made at advantage, and my power is 10. So 8 and 9, I succeed.
Awesome.
My damage dice is 1d6, but I also have 1d6 bonus because I was that's one of the concepts. Yeah, I was sneaking. So it's it's 3 damage.
3 damage. Okay. So Iron Horse, you come like running, like I picture like with one hand you're gripping like the rim of the Titania, and then you're like running along the side of the ship. You guys can hear heavy mecha footsteps reverberating through the whole ship. And then Iron Horse comes like jumping up in the air, and you stab down on the kaiju.
Yeah,
fantastic.
And it's not unimpressively. I unimpressively stabbed the kaiju, but still, I stabbed it, and that's the end of my turn.
Right, its turn. Coiling tentacles lash out and try to ensnare around Iron Horse, and Kaiju, the two closest. Both of you test your power.
That's a 3. I succeed.
Okay. Kaiju, how'd you do? You succeed? All right, you avoid taking what would be 8 damage and being like grappled. And then the kaiju opens up its beak-like mouth, and a laser beam comes raking out of it, and it like smashes across the deck of the Titania, and tries to smash across you, Midnight Goose. Test your mobility.
Ooh. Ooh. All right. Ooh. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Ooh, that's not good. That's
Ooh, that's not good.
okay. High highs and low lows. Midnight Goose, you take 12 points of damage.
Oh,
Oh
It's
Lord.
doubled.
Okay.
Can I use
Oh.
the
Oh.
Aegis energy
Oh
shield?
no.
Oh yeah. Aegis Energy Shield, do it.
Reduce incoming damage by D8. Rolling
Roll it.
reactor die. All right. So, oh shit. 5.
All right.
With that,
Energy shields. So like solar panels like flip up on the deck, like they like flip over, and it emits like the energy shield that blocks off. What was that? 5 points of damage.
5. Yeah.
5 points of damage that you would take.
it was it what was it originally? 12 points?
Yeah, so it's down to 7.
That's he like gets on the comms and is just like, whoever just did that, thank you. You saved my life.
And then what's the reactor?
You really did.
It's a D10. And Prophet, it's your turn.
All right. So,
Oh, sorry,
that was-
Prophet. Did we skip you? We did.
Well, I waited.
Yeah. Okay.
So I just did that to save Abiki.
All right. So
And
Prophet
then
and Jim.
I need to test the D10.
I got it. Reactor's fine.
All right. Then I think I need to do the point defense turrets.
You can't. The Titania can't be manned by 2 people.
Oh, okay. Okay. So then we just need to move away faster, right?
Gonna try to break away from the.
Yeah.
Okay. Test your power. Test the Titania's power.
Titania's power is
11.
9.
You pass.
It's 11 plus his, so that's 12 because he's a Maverick.
Mhm.
Gives him a plus.
So he passes either way. So all of a sudden the Titania lurches and the grav things like flip around and actually like point at the kaiju, and the Titania like jumps away, like pulsing the kaiju off of it, and it's like floating in the air.
Yeah.
Second, Jim. I think you're muted. But I understand you're shooting the guns.
Yeah, well, he was trying, but I think this maneuver probably bowls him over, and when he catches himself up, he's like, "What the fuck am I doing in here?" And is gonna try and like dash down to the launch bay.
Awesome. You're gonna come in with advantage because you're gonna be like launched out of the bay. As long as you're moving at the kaiju, I'm thinking it's advantage for your turn.
Yeah, and he just goes and immediately picks the biggest one he can find.
Fantastic. Everyone test your mobility. Top of the order.
Success on.
Success. Okay. This round I want to introduce the tougher enemy rule. It's when the hit dice of an enemy is higher than the group, you add the difference in bonus to your roll. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So add 1 to your rolls, everybody. Things got a little bit harder this round. Okay, those of you who passed, who's going on first?
Would we add that to our mobility roll too, or is that just going forward from here?
Going forward from here. All right,
Okay,
Jim, I'm going to
cool.
give it to you. You strapped into the biggest mecha you could find.
Yes.
What was
Chucking
it?
off the flippers and just got into the biggest mech you could see and boom, hits the launch button.
The go button as he's still like strapping in. The thing's still powering up as it's rocketing out of the launch tube.
Yeah, he gets out there and like seals the hatch. And
Awesome.
but yeah, we'll try and just land on the deck again, like get some heavy footing and wheel around until he's facing or we're trying to orient towards where the kaiju is. So has it separated? Is it still airborne?
Yeah, it's like a big discus shoot now.
Oh, sweet.
Pull.
That sounds great. Yeah. With that, yeah, he's just gonna try and pull together a shot with his chain gun here, which is what was attached to this mech. Still needs a name, but we'll get there. And okay,
He hasn't named it
so
yet.
guess not. Yeah, we're rolling.
I vote you call it the Impulse Daddy.
Impulse.
It's too good.
Yes.
Throwback.
Call back.
All right. Since this is my first shot with this thing, and I am way disoriented, is this a D20 roll or just a D? My damage roll.
So to shoot your chain gun, you got to roll a d20 against your, I think it's mobility to shoot a gun.
Okay.
Yep.
There we go.
I am pretty sure that to shoot a gun is power.
Oh, it's power. Okay, test your power.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the rolls are +1.
Yep.
Okay,
So
I just tied my power.
Oh, that's a miss then. That's a miss.
Okay.
Then. So the chain gun is still revving up as like your arc kind of goes wide.
Yeah.
Wait, I did say I wanted you to have advantage for coming out so hot.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I'll kind of readjust the stance.
Yeah, let me try again.
11.
That's a hit. All right.
Yep,
so
that's a hit.
Roll your
And here's
damage.
3.
Pepper the thing with heavy caliber, oil drum sized bullets. Who's next? Who else passed?
I'd like to go.
Okay.
I have passed. So yeah, Boy Scout will probably strike again. Roll 1d20.
Oh, I see.
18, it's a failure, so I'm going to cloak in order to using my cloaking device and roll so I can give myself a better chance at my next turn. And I'm gonna roll my reactor, and it's a success.
Okay. Also, something that is coming to me, everybody gets 2 actions. You can do the same action twice. You can attack twice. You just have to test your reactor.
Yeah.
That's very different for this game. So don't shortchange yourself.
It is that is true.
Okay.
I did consider that giving myself advantage was probably better, because anyway, when I sneak, I do an extra d6.
Fantastic. All right, so you fall into stealth and circle around for a good sneak attack. Who's up? Who passed? All right, Prophet.
Activate the point defense turrets.
Okay, at disadvantage to man the Titania solo.
Okay. 9 or 10. Either
It's
is
a
good.
pass. Yeah.
Yeah.
D8 damage.
D8. Yep. 7.
7 damage. Wow.
Yeah.
So
Boom.
that's Prophet down below on the bridge, like running over to the point defense console, and like then running back over to the
asshole should have stayed here with me.
All
God.
right. Did I see Midnight Goose passed?
Yeah.
All right.
So I think it feels kind of cheap to do this, but it looks like I can missile barrage again, and I feel like she would double down on it if it went well the first time.
Yeah, she found out that like command word worked. Like, why not do
Yeah.
it again?
Here we go, round 2. Oh, she closes her eyes, hitting the controls. All right, I bet I'm not gonna hit this time. It's a 2.
It's a hit.
Okay, so 4d4, 13. Jeez.
Yeah,
Oh.
that does it. Once again, you embed missiles inside this kaiju before they explode, and now there's kaiju guts. The thing, it explodes into like a billion pieces, and just kaiju guts are going everywhere. And as the debris falls out of the way, you see this air fleet coming in, like a whole fleet of helicopters flying in towards the Titania. And the commander, you see on your identity, friend or foe, like HUDs, it's the commander and the rest of the resistance team coming in. These helicopters land around your mecha, like no taller than like your shins, right? And all the crew comes out and starts like filtering into the Titania to like fill in. So like all of a sudden, Prophet, there's like a whole bunch of people like coming running in around you.
Nice.
Yeah.
There. Fucking go.
Yeah, and the Titania suddenly like starts flying a little bit more smoothly. Not that Prophet wasn't doing a great job, but
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. But right, running back and forth like
Yeah.
over here, over there. Fucking you there, go get yes.
All right. And I think that's where we're gonna end the session tonight,
Awesome.
because I'm
Nice.
barely holding it together. So
Nice.
all right, so what do we think? Fun? Fun. Okay.
Hells yes.
All right.
I like
So
it. Yeah.
for what's in the future, I've developed like a global map of Earth, and I've cordoned it off not quite into hexes, but into like grids. And I'm picturing the campaign is gonna be is the Titania flying the globe to liberate countries on Earth. To like fight the
Awesome.
resistance. Yeah.
Sweet.
To gather resistance cells to coordinate attacks.
So moving around the globe is going to be a game in and of itself. I'm going to give like the Titania like movement points, and then each area will have like different chances for like. Very on the. I wish we could.
Yeah.
We'll do missions to gather the resistance and upgrade the Titania, upgrade your ships and all that, your mechas and all that stuff, and this will be the campaign.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very cool.
That being said, my parents are coming into town tomorrow. They're gonna be staying for like weekend, and my wife has a friend coming in too, so I might be off the radar for a while. So I don't know if next weekend it's dodgy for me.
Give me time to come up with a name that's not Impulse Daddy.
Backdoor Daddy.
Good. Backdoor Daddy.
Next weekend, the only night I can play is on Sunday. So worst case scenario is I'm just not going to be there.
Okay.
Or
Which
just not play.
Yeah, I mean, one, it looks kind of dodgy for me doing Mecha Hack in the first place for me to be able to play. So maybe this is a good time for someone to break out like a one shot. So
Yeah.
plan on me not being available next weekend. I'll let you guys know if
And I mean,
otherwise.
I would probably like to DM a one shot, but I don't think I'm comfortable doing the whole
Streaming thing?
Streaming thing because I literally have not explored it. So if you're not there, I mean, but I would very likely have a great time giving like finding the right system and hosting a one shot for you guys.
Heck yeah.
So I will, if you're interested, I will brief you on it, and basically I'll follow up on the channel.
Yeah, I'll end the stream there. I had
Sweet.
a blast, guys. This is a great system. You guys all got a chance
Oh,
to
it's
show
gonna be
off.
fun.
I think mixing Space Hack and Mecha Hack is working pretty well.
Yeah.
So let's stick with
I
it.
think it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I want room for like
Cool
one more
characters
shot.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, well done,
Yeah,
everybody.
and I mean, Kevin, although you are more of the quiet type, and I'd say your characters are all so flavorful. I adore Jim the douchebag Gannon. He's perfect.